what this says, it says Chairman is Patty Bolin, Vice Chairman Dave Skinner, Clerk Mike Zinsmeister, Member Lee Rathburn, Member Jeff Baird, and then it says Jack Hedges alternate. It says Shirley Haynes filled next position, Dustin Livingston filled next position. We can cross off Shirley Haynes because she's not with us. And Jack Hedges is an employee, so he cannot be an alternate or on the board.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
We went
It
to
does
this-
not conflict
come
with
down.
his job.
It came down from the
It
lawyer.
does not conflict with his job. Talk to your prosecuting attorney.
We did. That's why it came
Right
down
and
that
wrong.
way.
We've already gone over this.
The
We did.
The Ohio Ethics Board made a decision on that in
Talk to your
writing,
prosecuting attorney.
and I don't think the law has changed any. So whether you're regular or alternate, it doesn't matter, because alternates vote if they're there and there's a position open, so. And then it says, so we have two alternates positions open.
Jack Hedges is still an alternate.
No,
No, he's not.
No, ma'am.
Then you might want to
No,
check the
yeah,
prosecuting attorney before you write him off. That
Yeah,
is
I don't-
wrong.
I don't know
He
about
did
that.
this before and he was wrong.
No.
It came down from the ethics
It
board.
was Ohio law, it's in writing.
Talk to the prosecuting attorney.
We're gonna leave him on there until I talk to prosecutor and see.
Regardless, we
what she
still
says.
haven't,
So
we have to fill the position, right? For the second, for
Shirley Haynes.
she passed away, so
Correct.
I move the next one in position, Dustin Livingston, as an alternate.
It would be Bowling Green Town.
This is Jeff Corpenning. The reason I've put this video up from the November meeting is because of the false statements made by our zoning inspector. So here is the public documentation to prove my point. Back in February 16, 2006, I sat on this board for a term from 06 to 09, and I wrote a letter of inquiry to the Ohio Ethics Board for an advisory opinion on this topic. And here I have scanned the letter that came back from the Ohio Ethics Board, May 23, 2006. I've put it all up in its entirety, but I did want to summarize the important points of it. On May 23rd, dear Mr. Corpenning, on February 26, 06, the Ohio Ethics Commission received your request for an advisory opinion. In your letter, you asked whether the ethics law prohibits an employee of a township from serving concurrently in an appointed position on the Board of Zoning Appeals or any other board position appointed by the Township Board of Trustees. It starts with a brief answer. As explained more fully below, the application of RC 2921.42A4 prohibits an individual from holding any township office while the same individual serves as a township employee. If a public official or employee desires to serve in two positions with the same political subdivision, then the prohibitions of RC 2921.42 may be implicated. In some instances, the application of RC 2921.42 may create an insurmountable obstacle that will preclude an individual from serving simultaneously in two positions with the same political subdivision. The letter goes on, and its conclusion says, as explained above, the application of RC 2921.42A4 prohibits an individual from holding any township office while the same individual serves as a township employee. And it says the staff advisory opinion represents the views of the undersigned based on the facts presented and the precedent of the Ethics Commission. It is limited to questions arising under Chapter 102 and Sections 2921.42 and 2921.43 of the Revised Code, and does not purport to interpret other laws or rules. Please do not hesitate to contact me if you have any further questions or desire additional information. And this was signed by Chief Advisory Attorney Jennifer A. Harden. township officials list, I think we should go ahead and address what we can here. If you want to check with the prosecutor, go right ahead with an employee being on board, but
Oh, well.
you know, we went through this before, and Ohio law said no. It was an actual written opinion through the ethics board. Never saw this board receive any other updates on that. I'm not familiar with any ethics laws that changed. Shirley Haynes isn't even viable. To make sure we have as full a board as possible, I move that. Are you willing to serve still? I move that Dustin Livingston be moved to an alternate position. Because we have, regardless of what happens with Hedges, there's still a need for another one, so.
Well, yeah.
Because, you know, if you don't have alternates and the regulars don't show up, you can't do business if you don't have at least 3 of them. So,
Well, I don't know if we really need to make a motion to do that, to move them up to.
I think we should, just to clarify who's on the board.
And if there's any other interest, if anybody's interested.
There's still gonna be, well,
to
most
fill
likely
in.
there's gonna be another alternate position.
Well, you made a motion to move Dusty.
Right, it says fill next open position. Dusty Livingston to be an alternate on the zoning appeals board.
Dan, you second?
Yeah, second.
Roll call, Dan,
Yeah.
Jeff,
Yes.
Dan, yes.